Today's topic is about file handling. Files are used to permanently store data on your secondary storage device. We will study about the types of files, how to open and close a file, and how to read and write data in the files. And Python uses open function to create an open file and close function to open the file. The syntax for open function or open method is open, then braces start, file name, file extension, and then we mention the file mode. File name should be any valid file name, and the same is the case with the extension. There are 4 different file modes in Python. These are, so we use these abbreviations R, A, W and X for the file mode, and along with a combination of the file types, which are 2 file types, text file and binary file. So the first mode is R, which is for read mode. When we open a file for read mode, file is open for reading, and if the file does not exist on the drive, we get an error. So it means when we use the read mode, we should be sure that file exists on the medium. Second is the append mode. It opens the file for appending data. It means adding new data to the existing data inside the file. In append mode, if the file does not exist, the open command will create the file and then start appending data to the file. Third mode is write mode. This mode is again used to write data to the file, but unlike append, it overwrites the data if the file already exists. And as with append mode, if the file does not already exist, it creates a new file. But the difference between append and write mode is, in append mode, the existing data remains in the file and the new data is added as the name as clear from the name. But in the write mode, whenever you call this method, open the file for write mode, any existing data in the file is overwritten by the new data. The last mode is create mode, represented by letter X. This mode is used to create a file for reading or writing, and if the file with the name already exists on the medium, we will get an error. Now the files are of 2 types, text files and binary files. So we use T for text file if you want to create a file in which we want to save text, and we use the letter B for a binary file if you want to create an image file or an executable file, a file like a Word document or an Excel file. If you want to create any such types of files, we use the binary mode letter B. And actually we use combination of these two. For example, if I want to open a text file for writing, I will use WT, and if I want to create a binary file, I will use the combination X and B in the file mode. We will see this in a short while in an example. So this I have already told you. To close a file, the method is closed, and we use this method along with the file handle. Now file handle is whenever we call the open method, and if everything goes fine and the file is opened, the operating system returns a file handle that is saved in a variable. Now all later file functions or file related methods are called by using this handle. So when we have to close the file, let's say I want to close this file data.txt, I will call f.close. Similarly, if I want to close this file, I will call the file handle f, then a member operator, then the close method. Now to read and write data, the methods are read. Actually, there are more than these. There are more than the two methods mentioned here for reading. Similarly, there are more than one method by the name, different variants of write method for writing a file. But in the introductory course, these two methods will be sufficient for our purpose. The read method is used to read all the file contents in a single variable. It reads all the data and returns the data that we will store in a variable. The read line method reads one line at a time. The write method is used to write contents. The syntax is, we use the write method, and inside the braces we write the variable name that contains the data, and that data is written to the file that is already opened. Now we will see the file handling example. Here I have created a list of cities and saved its reference in the variable cities. Then I have opened a file by the name test.txt, and the file will be opened in write mode, and the file will be of type text. If the file is successfully opened, its reference will be saved in variable f. So here I have executed a loop that will loop over all the cities, and inside the loop I have written f.write. It means I want to write name of each city in this test.txt file. So when this loop will be over, the name of these three cities will be stored in the file test.txt, and this \n means that after writing the name I will append the new line character. So it will be written as Islamabad, then next line Lahore, then next line Karachi. So \n is the escape sequence for new line that brings the cursor to the next line. After writing the content to the file, I want to close it, so I will call f.close. So this is for opening a file, writing data to the file, and closing the file. Now from line 12 to 16 I have opened the same file and read the content back from the file and printed them on the console. So again, f open test.txt. Now this time I am opening the file for reading, so that's why the mode is RT, which means read text file. Once the file is opened successfully, f contains the handle. The for loop reads one line of text from f, and the print statement prints that line, and this second parameter and is equals to single quote. Single quote means that after printing the line it will discard the last character from this variable line. I have used this and is equals to empty string parameter, because the print statement appends a new line character after printing the line, and I already have a new line character after when I was saving these names. So ultimately there will be two new line character after printing the city name. So this end will discard one of the new line characters, so that the name should be printed on every next line. At the end I have closed the file by using f.close. So now let's execute it. So first the contents were written to the file, and then they were read back, and we can go to the file manager and we can so here is the test.txt. Let's open it up. So the text editor is showing that there are 3 names of cities that were saved by the initial lines of code, which are this one. So okay, thank you.